Welcome back, everyone, to Open Line, talking about veterans and Tennessee State veteran homes. We have with us Commissioner Manny Bears-Grinder with Tennessee Department of Veterans Services and Ed Harries, Executive Director of Tennessee State Veterans Homes. We had a call while we were on break, and they asked, what about help for Alzheimer's patients? What can you tell us there?
We have in each of our existing buildings, Clarksville not yet, although we're going to head in that direction. We have 20-bed units that are secured and has specialized staff for handling dementia, Alzheimer's. We have programs specifically for that, dedicated staff to those units that have special training to handle that. Those residents aren't in the general mix of residents that much, and there's reasons for all of that, but we have those units available.
When you start talking about the technology that's out there, what are we seeing?
Clarksville is one of the ones I'm most proud of because it is very high tech. The handrails going around the Clarksville building are antibacterial and antiviral, meaning that not that they restrict the growth, they instantly kill bacteria and any kind of virus within it. If you touch it and you leave the flu virus, it's instantly destroyed. So the next person coming in that touches that handrail there isn't going to get it. And as you know, hand contact is how most flu gets transferred. So we're looking forward to seeing how that works for us and keeping the veterans healthy. We also have a full electronic medical record, and our nursing staff are able to do what's called point-of-service charting, where as they enter or give a resident, let's say we give them a drink of water, they can go right over to the kiosk and tap in, Mr. Smith just drank 16 ounces of water, automatically into the medical record, or I just gave him such and such medication, directly into the medical record, all of those things. Sometimes it's as simple as one of the staff or the administrator, even myself, walked by and we double-checked on Mr. Smith to make sure he's okay, and we can tap that right in there, and it says at 10 p.m. I checked on Mr. Smith, and he's perfectly fine.
I think we have a picture of the handrail. We'll put that up. And so that's kind of unusual. I've never heard of that, but it will actually kill the virus when it's on there.
Yes.
So we may get that up. We may get that. There it is. Okay, so that's pretty unusual. Yes. Yeah, so it will actually kill the virus when it goes up there. And you wanted to get across the importance of what? Visiting the homes, or what did you want to say there?
You know, not everyone can serve in the military, and really not everyone should, but everyone can support military and our veterans. And a lot of people always say, well, what can I do? And I always like to say, what do you like to do? Some people are musically talented. Come by the home, play your guitar, and sing songs with the residents. Some people like to knit, make little lap quilts, or prayer shawls for the residents. Just come by and visit with them, talk with them. I love to talk with our veterans. They've got amazing stories. They love to share them. I've talked with some veterans with their family member present, and the family member said, I've never heard those stories before. And so they have so much to share, and their stories should be shared again and again. It's so important that our young people understand that freedom is not free, and these lessons have to be passed on. Some of the community may have either a business or an activity that they could call and say, I'd like to invite the veterans to come see my petting zoo, or you know, we're going to have an air show. Would love to highlight the veterans to come visit. They love to do activities. But those that cannot get outside the home because of their health concerns, they love to have visitors. We've had some people that come and volunteer and work on the landscaping. So everyone can do something. I love just visiting with them because I don't have any talent to share anyway, but I love the home so much that I'm on the waiting list. My husband is on the waiting list, and we don't want to go anytime real soon, but when it's time, that's where we want to be. It's just that type of facility that is quality of care, compassion, and that someplace that we don't call them nursing homes because they're just so much more than that.
And that's great. People should take the opportunity to go and visit and reach out and learn and benefit from what they can learn by going there. There's no doubt about it. And then back to you as commissioner of this department. We had a call earlier talking about PTSD and how do we help those that are most vulnerable and those living on the streets and that kind of thing. And I know that's not that, I mean, you again are different from Veterans Affairs, but what can be done? What would you like to charge people or inform us that can be done to help the people that caller was talking about?
Well, and first of all, I want to acknowledge that while there is a percentage of veterans that do suffer from post-traumatic stress, and we don't call it syndrome, it's post-traumatic stress, because even though they are suffering from some of the experiences that they went through in their military service, most of them are fully functional.
Right.
You would not know that most of them have PTSD. So that's the first thing I want to make sure is that we don't just place all veterans in a stereotypical situation that, you know, is going to give them a stigma where it's going to be difficult for them to get these great jobs, because again, it's just a fraction that have PTSD, and of those, only a fraction of those have a difficult time adjusting. So there's a lot of different type of therapies that are available, and I think a lot of them are unique to the individual as far as what's best for them. I love water therapy. I love being near water. My husband likes to be on the farm and drive tractors. That's his therapy. So everyone's a little bit different, but one of the things that we are trying to do is make sure that we don't just put everyone in this category and put a label on them. But of course, U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs has different therapies and counseling available for them.
And do you feel like employers are doing a good enough job? Are there enough incentives, that kind of thing? How hard is it for people to find a job when they come back?
Well, gratefully, the veteran unemployment rate has decreased in Tennessee. So it's now under 5%, and that's great. I think it should be 0%, personally. But I know that there are a percentage of employers that may worry. You know, if I hire this veteran, are they going to be like what I've seen in the news or what I saw in the movie? And we just want to make sure that they understand that the vast majority of veterans are going to be a great contributor to their workforce.
And we have about 2 minutes left. I want to put up the numbers and give people the information again. And Ed, you can take this. How can people contact you all and get on a waiting list or ask if they qualify or whatever it may be? What's the best way to do that?
The best way is to go to the website, www.tsvh.org. If you're unable to do that, our phone number is 615-225-1816. And we can route you to the correct facility or get you going in the right direction. But highly advise you go to the website. You'll learn a lot about us, and you'll learn a lot about each building.
I like what you said to one of the callers, that there are people that say, well, I don't qualify. They may read the list of criteria and say, I don't qualify. But you're saying they shouldn't rule themselves out.
No, never. Call our staff. We're good at doing it. One of the biggest misconceptions is you have to qualify for each one of those criteria. You only need one of those, and you're okay. It's as long as you have you're honorably discharged veteran and you're related in some way to Tennessee, there's usually a way for us to do it. And we've had residents come from other states that have come, and that one of them was just deployed in Tennessee and hadn't been back to Tennessee, and I don't think he'd ever been back to Tennessee, but they wanted to come here because family had just moved here.
And how often spouses do you help them?
25% of our residents are spouses. So we do quite a bit with them. And if the resident and the spouse are both there together, they stay in the same room, if that's their wish. We have one set that doesn't want to, but anyway.
Sure.
At our Clarksville building, since they're all private rooms, we have created suites where there's a pass-through door like you'd see in a hotel. And they both have their own separate room, but still have the connection and pass through there.
Okay. All right, we will take a break. We'll come back, wrap everything up. Be back right after this.